We have gone forth. Look at yourself in the mirror. If you don't like what you see, the violet flame changes it. This is the law of change and transmutation that comes in with Aquarius. Jesus Christ used that violet flame. All who have ever ascended to God have seen the purple light. It has been shown to them. They have claimed it. They have worked with it. What's different about today is that the knowledge of the violet flame is released to the whole world. It is in books. These books have been translated to many languages. It is available to anyone to use. You don't have to go to a temple through arduous testing and endurance. You don't have to get somewhere and have a master whisper it in your ear. You can hear me talk about it, and then you can go talk about it. You can become it starting right this very second. It's a question of free will, of deciding that you are going to be the alchemist in this temple, this laboratory that God has given you. You're going to stand within this temple and say, whatever is here that is limiting me, I no longer accept. I'm calling to the Holy Spirit to release that sacred fire, and I understand that it is the violet flame quality of that sacred fire that will balance my negatives. Now, how do we create negatives? This is a law we have to understand. Those 7 chakras represent 7 planes of God's being in you. 7 ways you experience God. In the Crown Chakra, the yellow light, you experience God as mind, as thinking, as cogitation. And when you are studying, you're basically centered up in that brain, right? Then when you get really concentrating, what do? A little wrinkle comes on your brow and you're listening intently, and you're also looking maybe at that TV set or maybe at a lecturer or a teacher, and there you are. This is the 2nd plane of God's being you experience, concentration. That's the 3rd eye, and it's the focus of science, music, vision, wholeness, single-eyed vision. If thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. When you see God as he really is with the 3rd eye, you see perfection for everyone. And in yourself, that light manifests. The 3rd way you experience God is in the science of the spoken word, throat chakra. It's the power of God. And when you speak, you know that you can bless or curse life. You can lift people up with joy, or you can put them down with condemnation. We can do many things with our voices, including convey information or convey untruths. And therefore, the word has power in communication in the world today. That's another place you experience God, and you do feel yourself centered in this area when you are speaking and when you are praying. Next comes the heart chakra, another plane of God's being. This heart chakra is the place where you experience love, divine love, intense love. Love for one another, love for God, and you can feel that love going forth from you. At the solar plexus, the place of the sun, approximately at the navel, it's called the point of peace. And it is the chakra on which Jesus Christ demonstrated his mastery, and therefore he is called the Prince of Peace. This is where we should experience peace, radiate peace. Jesus said that out of the belly would flow rivers of living water. That is what the flow of peace is, like the Pacific Ocean. It's the power of water. And it's also the troubling of the water emotionally. You experience fears, angers, and disruptions in the belly, especially when you get butterflies in the belly because you are being bombarded with a certain energy. The next chakra down is the one I mentioned earlier. It's the seat of the soul chakra, the place where you experience intuition, your hunches, your gut reactions, a sense of danger. It's communicated to you. You sense that what is below the heart is your subconscious. And it is true, because what we have sown in error that is not of the pure power of Christ does form rings of light around the lower portion of our body. We call it the electronic belt. And this, in a scientific pattern, is where the karma resides in our finer bodies, which are known as the astral body, the mental body, and the etheric body, which mesh with the physical. The base of the spine chakra, the chakra of the Divine Mother, is the sacred fire. It is the life force. This life force is intended to rise upon the spinal altar and to give light and energy to all of the chakras. The crown chakra is the chakra of the Father and of the I Am presence above. As you raise the sacred fire of the base chakra, and as the light of the Father descends, the light of the Mother goes all the way to the crown. United with the Father, the two descend to the heart and to the secret chamber of the heart. And that is the place where the Father, Mother, God give birth to the Christ in you. Now we experience the power of creation and procreation in the base of the spine chakra. We also experience that light ascending, and the white light that ascends is also the power of the ascension flame and the means whereby we weave our wedding garment, which is called the deathless solar body. Now I've shown you 7 ways you experience God. You've been doing it every day, lifetime after lifetime. What we do then is sometimes we send forth pure ideas of the mind of God, pure vision, the pure power affirming God's will, pure love, great peace, the soul freedom we need to have, and the purity of the white light. At other times, we do just the opposite. So we send forth energy of hardness of heart and fear out of the heart chakra. We misuse the spoken word in words we wish we could recall. We use the third eye to criticize others. We look at other people and we think how ridiculous they look, and we start taking people apart, and so forth. So every chakra is subject to abuse. Every chakra is subject to the correct use under the law of God.